This is Energized, a podcast about simple ways you can improve your energy. I'm Dina, a naturopath, personal trainer and wellness coach with 14 years experience working with a wide range of clients to help improve their health, fitness and overall energy. Hello and welcome to this week's Energized podcast episode. I am doing something a little bit different this week, not out of choice, but I'm actually recording this episode from my bed. So I am using a different microphone. You might pick up on that, so I apologize in advance. I'm going to talk this week about listening and tuning in to your body, and when your body is telling you messages that you might not be listening to, like me right now. So just my general health disclaimer before I get into this episode. While I am a qualified naturopath and personal trainer, anything that I speak about in this podcast is general in nature. If you'd like some individualized advice, please jump on my website, dinasavitz.com, and book in for a consultation. So last week, Sydney started the roadmap out of lockdown, but I was only really excited about this week when my son got to go back to face-to-face school, because having him home for a whole term and supervising online schooling, he's just 6, so he's in Year K, was a little bit tricky. And so I was very excited to have him back. But I have, over the last few weeks, been talking to clients and friends about the post-lockdown anxiety, because we've really been hermits for a very long time. I have still been continuing work online, but now everything is starting up again. Kids' birthday parties. In fact, it's my son's birthday party this weekend in the park. Being able to go into shops again, being able to have people in your home, things that we weren't able to do for so many months, and going back to school as well. That's a big thing for kids, for teachers, for parents, and it is causing a bit of anxiety. So when I talk to clients and friends as well, I tend to talk about being kind to yourself and making sure that you are not rushing to do anything that you don't want to do. If work is okay with you staying home, then stay home and work from home. If you do have to go into the office, do things that you're comfortable with, wearing a mask, even if it's not mandatory, keeping social distance from other people, doing whatever it is that will make you feel more comfortable coming out of what really was a very unusual state of the world. So I did have a conversation with a friend, and I said that I had scheduled 3 hours to myself on Monday, and I was really looking forward to just taking some time off while my kids were in school and daycare. But then Monday came along and I looked at my calendar and realized I had scheduled that time when I actually had a couple things that I needed to be present for. They weren't client consultations, but they were online calls that I needed to attend. So there went my 3 hours, and then Tuesdays I just work in the morning, and then I've got my 3-year-old with me in the afternoon. So I was spending a lot of time with him, and then Wednesday came around and today's Thursday, and it's just been nonstop trying to catch up, trying to make up for lost time. And last night I didn't sleep so well because I was coming down with a cold. And this morning I woke up with a full-blown head cold. don't worry, it's not COVID. I haven't been tested, but my husband needs to get tested every couple of days or every 3 days for work, and his results are negative. So I know that it is just my son's daycare germs that I've picked up, but it's also a sign that I wasn't listening to myself, to the advice that I was giving to other people, and I was pushing through until my body was at the point where it was saying, no, Dina, that's not going to happen. Now you need to stop. So today I did see some clients this morning. Thankfully, because I'm still online, I do have the ability to see them. I am taking lots of different things. I thought I'll talk about what I'm taking today, but also the main message that I want to get out is that it's okay to take some time off. It's okay to take time out, to stop pushing uphill when you know intuitively, if you tune into your body, that you really need a break. I knew I needed a break, but a head cold is one way to force that break. I also will be honest here, I did consider not publishing a podcast episode this week. However, I have made that commitment to continue recording and publishing podcast episodes weekly. So I decided that instead of trying to make it perfect by going to my clinic and using my proper microphone, that I would just record it from home with my Apple headset. So again, I apologize if the quality of the sound is not as good as it normally is, but that's the reason why. So this morning I have been taking lots of echinacea. I've been taking lots of, or a little bit, I should say, of vitamin C, of zinc. What else? Some homeopathic remedies that are specific to a head cold. And I have been drinking lots of hot water and having honey and lemon and really just taking it easy by reading, just kind of switching off and trying to relax. So I am not going to do a herb of the week this week. I did have some other exciting things that are coming up in my business that I wanted to announce in this week's podcast episode, but I'm going to hold off for now. If I find that I want to publish one or maybe an extra episode next week, then I might do that. If not, I just want to finish with one thought, and that is that you only really have one body, and it's really important to take care of it. And lockdown and COVID and this whole crazy pandemic that's been taking over our lives over the last 18 months plus, almost 2 years now, heading on 2 years, is super stressful. And the more I'm researching, the more I'm reading, the more I'm seeing the detrimental effects on mental health, but also physical health. So if there's one thing that you can do today to improve your physical health, whether that one thing is maybe like me, taking a break, resting, reading, doing something that activates your parasympathetic nervous system to get you out of that sympathetic nervous system fight or flight response, whether it's exercise, going for a gentle walk, doing some yoga, lifting some weights, whether it's simply getting an extra glass of water into your day, eating more vegetables, eating protein, making sure that you are taking your supplements if that's something that you do. Whatever it is, doing something, it can be simple to look after your health so that you end the day off feeling healthier and not sicker. That is going to help with improving overall health in the world, but also to the more research that I'm seeing, it is going to help your body be in the best state that it can be if you do get exposed to COVID. I am heading back to bed now. Have a beautiful week.